Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today I am back with another cast makeover. The other one looked kind of like a dinosaur. I think this one is particularly interesting as well. I don't really know what to make of it. I still have a cold, as you can probably tell. Another short video it is for today, and as I am sitting here enjoying I think it's a pear ice cream. I don't have COVID, but I feel like my senses have been enhanced and I can smell things that I normally couldn't. I kid you not, I am congested, but I go into the kitchen and I'm like, what is this smell? I swear, if I blow my nose, I can taste the paper. TMI, nobody really wants to know this, but I blow my nose and if I can taste the paper. I actually came with the topic for this video. I was like, what can I talk about in this cast? You know what I want to talk about? Gilmore Girls. Now, Gilmore Girls is a show from the early 2000s, and I remember watching it as a kid myself. But, you know, as being a child, there's many good shows that you just don't get, I guess, in the same way you do later when you're an adult. I just knew that I loved it. My dad actually suggested that I should get Netflix. Actually, he said you can get on my Netflix, but then he thought that you could only have one account per Netflix, which wasn't true, but he thought that was the case. So I said, okay, well, I guess I'll get Netflix then. He said he would help me set it up. I'm like, I think I'll manage, but it's really nice of him to help me out with it. And then I got the Netflix and my dad was like, you know what? I figured out that you could actually have multiple accounts. So maybe you could just come back to mine. I'm like, okay. Either way, when I, started browsing, I realized, hey, there's Gilmore Girls, and I really wanted to watch it. I started watching it, and then I think in 1 month I finished 7 seasons. Sounds pretty insane now that I think about it, because the episodes are like 40 minutes. I do have free time, and I would just get up in the morning and watch like 2 episodes. And there was days that I just watched like 5 or 6 episodes. If you don't know what it is about, I think that it's a very maybe it's a popular. Is it a popular show from the early 2000s? Let me know. But I personally don't know anyone that watched it. My boyfriend has heard of it, but I don't know anyone else. So if you don't know what it's about a mother called Lorelai and her daughter Lorelai, but she goes by Rory for the most part. And then we also have the grandmother, or the mother of Lorelai, who is also called Lorelai. No, I'm just kidding now. Her name is Emily. Imagine everyone is called Lorelai. And then there's the grandfather, Richard, and basically the parents of Lorelai are like quite rich, and you know, the mother is she loves her luxury. She has like the little designer things, and the maids, you know, walk around and clean and cook, and she's always very condescending to them, and I kind of love it in some ways. I shouldn't be enjoying it as much as I do, but sometimes it's just, I don't know, it's just I really enjoy it. And we have Rory, who's really smart, and she needs to go to Yale, but she doesn't have the money for it, and then her grandparents actually decide to, you know, arrange that for her. But there's like one catch: she has to go eat dinner every Friday. If you haven't seen the show, or you're planning to see the show, you might as well just tune out now. But I really liked Rory, and oh my god, how can I not remember his name? Jess. Oh, I loved Jess. Oh my god, they should have been together. And then she got with Logan, and Logan is like this rich kid. No. She and Jess should have been together. I know that he was a douche at first, a bit immature, but to be fair, Rory had her immature moments as well, so they kind of match. You know, they fit each other. I just think that after the whole day in the year in the life, what is it called? I don't remember, but it's like the second 10 years later series that they have about them, where it's just 4 episodes. I watched them all. It's pretty good. But she actually like meets all the characters again, including Jess and Dean as well. Don't care for Dean. Goodbye, Dean. But she meets Jess, and I look at him, I'm like, girl, you should have gone for that man, because he looks good, you know. Like, I'm just saying, I would go for Jess if I were you. But she doesn't, which is disappointing. But he's successful now. He's encouraging her to write a book, and you know, He wrote a book himself, so he's changed. He's more of a man. Don't get how she and Logan are still a thing after those years, because he clearly wanted to marry her, but she didn't want to give up her life for him. So then 10 years later, they're hooking up again. Like, that part I don't get. I don't feel like they should have made them in a relationship like that. I feel like they should have done something different. I don't like the fact that they gave Rory a boyfriend that literally adds nothing to the story besides comical relief, I guess, because everyone forgets the poor guy. But I just don't think that she would be the type to forget someone. I don't think she would be the type to have a relationship with a man, because I guess it's a man, that she wouldn't care about. I think it would have made more sense if she just had a lot of one-night stands or just a few boyfriends. At least she's not with Dean anymore. She skipped the cheating part. But then again, she kind of is cheating because she went with Logan, and Logan has this chick, and he's not willing to give up the relationship with this chick for Rory. So it's like, why even having this whole thing again with him? You didn't want it. Jess is clearly available, and he wants her. You can tell me all you want, but I can see it in this man's eyes. He wants her. I too want him. Not her. She has beautiful eyes, but I don't want her. I'm sure my boyfriend wouldn't mind. We can just have, a relationship with 3 people. My boyfriend and me and Jess. It sounds like a great plan. Maybe I'll be kind to let my boyfriend have someone else as well. It's only fair since I'm adding, a third to the relationship. And if he makes money, he can add, if he has someone that, makes a little money, he can add a 5th as well. I'm just really surprised that they went this road with the character. I think that Lorelai's road made sense, being with Luke and finally getting married. But and I'm so sad that Richard died. That was so unexpected. Suddenly becoming a nicer person was kind of unexpected, because I kind of feel like they did her dirty in a way. I know it makes sense in a way, but I also feel like they did her dirty. She suddenly wants to sell the house, and this ridiculously large painting of Richard was, oh my god, that's hilarious. There's just something about, I don't know, there's just something about the way that it went that I didn't really appreciate. But I do like the struggles between Emily and Lorelai, because I think that in a way they're relatable, and it makes sense that she would hold on to these grudges. And she's always said that her life was Richard, and without him she's kind of lost. So it makes sense that all of these old feelings would come back and kind of take over. And poor Michelle leaving. I am very glad that we had this talk about Gilmore Girls. Do you guys have any shows that you're currently watching, or anything you ever watched that you want to share with me? I'm currently looking for another show to watch, but I kind of want to start watching some older shows as well. One I really want to watch is The Ghost Whisperer, or there was one called John the Ark, I think. It's long ago. It's If God is a Girl, I think, or God is a Woman. I'm not really sure exactly. And the other one's about a lady that sees ghosts. I would love to watch that again. These are all things from my childhood that I could never watch, or at least not remember entirely. I do remember that I watched them, I just don't remember exactly what they were about. I remember one scene from The Ghost Whisperer, which is literally the saddest one out of all of them, and for some reason I'm basing an entire series on one moment that I remember. I'm so glad we had this talk. It was very lovely. It was very nice for you to come over. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to mute this if you don't want to hear me babble about Gilmore Girls. Kind of late, I guess. I think I'm gonna get myself some tea, and then you know what I could really do right now, or do with tea and chocolate. Nothing makes suffering more bearable than tea and chocolate, or ice cream. Oh, ice cream. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. See you guys next video. Bye.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised